Come over to my house and let's do something. Yo, what we do? This. Maybe it's just me, but just existing in the same air with my friends is very therapeutic for me. It is. We are social creatures, by nature, for the most part. Baby Clifford and baby Snoopy, that's all. Now, one of these guys is gonna get real big. Hey, sweetie, are you all right? You don't look so good. I'm feeling nauseated. Hi, feeling nauseated. I'm Dad? Christ. It's a supernatural thing. My brother, to his online friends, I gotta go, my pizza's here. One of his friends, where's my pizza? Logs out of chat. You know, you could order them pizza. What? You know his address. We live in Canada, they're in the States. So you order it online and pay with a credit card. 20 minutes later, how the hell did you get me a pizza from Canada? Dude, there's nothing quite as satisfying as providing a pizza for someone. I don't know why that's such a gift from the heart. I remembered when I had almost no money at all and could barely eat, if ever. You know, I was maybe eating a few times a week, working full time. And my good buddy, who was definitely more fortunate than me, would just send me a pizza every now and then. I'm never gonna let that guy out of my life. Buffins, winner of the title of Cat with the Most Appealing Expression in 1958. I mean, yeah, that's the most cat-like cat I've ever seen in my life. Took a taxi tonight, and the driver absolutely insisted on giving me the journey for free, as it was his last job ever before retirement. And tradition is they don't charge for their first ever and last ever journey. He began driving in 1965. Thank you, Mike. Best wishes. You've been driving for that long, you know everything, okay? Any minuscule location, address, club, business of any type, you know it all. Also, don't black cab drivers over in, would I assume that's the UK? Would I? Of course I would. I would assume that's where he was. But don't they have to pass something called the knowledge, which is like 30,000 street names, numbers, businesses, blah, blah, blah. That dude, whoo, man. Lego donates model MRI kits to hospitals to help children understand the procedure and reduce their anxiety. That is genius. You know, we like to make fun of Lego on occasion for being very expensive, but there's a reason for them being very expensive. Number one, licensing fees. Number two, they seem to be a pretty responsible company, and their commitment to quality is absolutely insane. Japanese designer creates a pencil sharpener that turns into a frilled neck lizard when you use it. Dude, I haven't used a pencil in like 12 years. Well, non-mechanical, that is. And I need this thing. Oh my lord, that started off so small. Here, let me zoom in real quick. Okie dokie. Are you famous? Yes. Not very famous, you don't know me, but I'll get there someday. My name's Jay, what's your name? Ellen. What do you do? I make music. Did you just do a performance? I'm on my way to the performance in Brooklyn, at the new Brooklyn Arena. Fabulous. I performed 8 shows, actually. Already? Well, yeah, this is the last show. And you're going by subway? Yeah, I'm proud of you. Say your name again, just so I get it. Jay-Z. Oh, you're Jay-Z. I know about Jay-Z. There's gotta be a video out there somewhere, right? Whenever I come across this, it's the set of images. What a wholesome interaction, man. We found our cat's old toy under the fridge. Why did the one on the right is killing me. It looks like he's about to cry. Oh, that's cute as hell. When we try to befriend cats, we mimic their meows and get down on the ground to their level and try to gently coax them to interact with us, right? That horrifying entity mimicking human noises at us might just mean they think we're cool and they want to pet us. Oh, yeah. Although it doesn't work on us, though. It's not the same thing. It's not quite the same. I mean, maybe for some people it's the same. Fast food is bad for you. Dump it. I am dumping it right into my stupid food hole. I'm sorry, there's none for you. Amazing how love changes somebody. Love and a lot of very important assistance. But that's a hell of a glow up right there. God damn it. That just makes me so sad. It feels like I'm just waiting for the climate wars to inevitably happen. Having a defeatist attitude isn't the right way to deal with this. Did you know they fixed the hole in the ozone? Oh, for real? Yeah, for real. It's one of the most impressive things I've seen the world unite on. Hey, giant hole in the ozone. Can we stop using CFCs and Lysol and hairspray? Okay, does it? Fixes the problem. Now, to be fair, that one had a much clearer and easier solution than the overall climate issue at hand that there are some people actively trying to make worse on purpose and avoid and blah, blah, blah. You know the whole story. But no, the defeatist attitude never works. It doesn't. It's just going to make you more upset. The world isn't going to end tomorrow, and don't worry, worry, we will fix it. We will. Look, humans have been pretty damn good at surviving for this long despite being squishy dorks, right? Look, if we didn't have guns and bombs and all that stuff, how far up the food chain do you think we'd be? Not very far, okay? I think cows would be higher than us. We're pretty resourceful, even when we're arguing. Where did your parents meet? Well, my dad was in jail. He called the wrong number by mistake. Happened to be my mom. They talked because my dad didn't want to waste his call. Boom! They've been married for 24 years now. That's a pretty awesome story, though, right? It's way cooler than all those guys you hear about receiving letters in jail. And mainly those are the serial killers, you know, the guys that shouldn't be talking to anybody really at all. This is a fun story. This is wholesome. I love it when I see something like this and I go, oh man, serial killers, right? That's not what I'm saying. Your dad was probably in there for something freaking stupid and pointless, and he shouldn't have been in there in the first place, right? Watch, someone's gonna tweet something at me like, oh yeah, that dude stole from a bunch of old ladies. Like, oh, damn it, you proved me wrong. Lust versus love. You're the most beautiful person in the world. Oh, it doesn't say in the world. Well, you know what? It's more all-encompassing. You know, don't limit it to the world. And yes, now, fast forward 10 years, the both of you are still doing that. Hell, fast forward 40 years. If the two of you were still doing this when you're horny and not, it was meant to be, you know? A shark can hear a struggling fish from up to 800 feet away. Honey, we can't afford groceries this week, but at least we could afford your father's pills. Hey man, I brought a bunch of groceries for you. Oh, that's just lovely. Really, is that what I think it is? No, get out of here! In a World War II attack on U.S. soil, I just had a little bit of a bottleneck reading Navy for some reason. Japanese Navy pilot Nobuo Fujita, no, I think I got that right, dropped firebombs near Brookings, Oregon. After the war, Fujita could not shake his remorse and visited in 1962 to ask forgiveness, ready to commit ritual suicide if he had not received it. Instead, he received a warm welcome and was even made an honorary citizen when he died in 1997. What the hell? That is Oregon, right? Wait a minute, I need to look a lot more into this? Wait, hold on. Can someone please explain to me why World War II is like a several-year affair throughout middle and high school, but I was never once taught about this event? I'm not just talking about this man in particular. I'm talking about the Japanese dropping bombs on the coast of the United States, around California and Oregon. Maybe all this is completely fake and I'm about to die. I don't know, but I was never taught about any of that at all. As a graduation gift, my parents had my teachers secretly sign this book ever since I was 3. I'm absolutely sobbing. That's actually pretty sick, though. I mean, I've seen, the places you'll go as like a, hey, here you go, you did it type of gift for graduation, but I've never seen one that was personalized your entire life like that. It wouldn't mean the same thing to me because most of my teachers legitimately hated me, but that's a different story. You're cool, but not as cool as this Moroccan football player dancing with his mother in front of the whole world. I mean, you're right about that. My little brother made the sweetest poem in school today. There was a cat. Long ago, there was a cat who swallowed a ball of yarn, and when the cat had kittens, they all had sweaters on. Dude, that's just clever. If he keeps this up, he's gonna be the next Eric Carle. I sent my dad a meme I thought was funny based on an inside joke, and he got sentimental on me. My best friend, me, my dad that took us to the pool. Love you. You've been a joy to raise. He probably thought it was funny too. I mean, obviously he did. Ryan Gosling. After I met Eva, I realized I just didn't want to have kids without her. There were moments on The Place Beyond the Pines where we were pretending to be a family and I didn't really want it to be pretend anymore. Well, color me surprised. I had no idea they were married. That's awesome. I mean, that's a surefire sign right there. Oh, man, you really fell. But hey, where else at work, right? I'm kidding. That's a rare thing. It's a rare thing. I don't wear rainbow items to tell you who's in my bed. I wear them so the family across the street knows they're safe. So the couple in the restaurant knows they're not alone. So the boy who sees me notice him looking at dresses knows I won't judge. I wear pride because you make them hide. And we thank you for it. We're always going to do that. This would be a man that loves going to work and does not dread it the night before. Upon entering the Magic Kingdom, one of the security guards said to the girl, "Excuse me, princess, can I have your autograph?" I see that the book was filled with children's scribbles as the guard asked the same question of many little princesses. This little girl could not get over the fact that the guard thought she was a real princess. Hey, you're in the Magic Kingdom? You are. Also, it just seems great. Look, I understand it's Disney and all that stuff, but there's a lot of pretty cool moments that can come out of those parks in particular. All right, here we go. And oh, guys, come on. What's an oddly romantic thing that's happened to you on a date? Was on a date with a guy and we kissed and his watch started beeping really loud, and we looked down and it said abnormal heart rate detected. Okay, but that's just adorable though, right? You're married now, right? If anyone would like 2018 to include some good news, here it is. My 6-year-old daughter, who woke up paralyzed from the waist down at 8 months old, who did many rounds of chemo, beat cancer, and regained the use of her legs. Well, she has her first dance recital tomorrow. Holy crap! That's f***ing incredible. Can you get news better than that? B me. Finally got a girlfriend a few months ago. B yesterday. Take her to have dinner at my childhood house. Excited for her to meet my parents. Friendly greetings ensue. I show her around while my parents finish preparing dinner. Show her my room. Big bins of Legos, shelves of built Lego sets and anime figures. Wow, your parents bought you a lot of toys when you were little. Remember Be Yourself dating meme? Tell her I actually bought all of them after I moved out. Explain that I moved them out of my apartment and stored them here after we started dating. Admit that I did that because I didn't want her to think I was a man-child. She makes a face like the pic related. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, why did I tell her that? I just ruined everything. Anon? Yeah? I think I love you. I've never felt such warmth in my heart. I think I made it. I think she's the one. You know that even if you don't know that they're the one just yet, you know that they're that much closer when they actually accept you for the things that you really like to do. You should never feel like you have to hide a nerdy hobby from someone that you will consider a significant other or are considering someone that's going to be with you for a very long time, like marriage type stuff, you know what I mean? You should never have to hide anything from them, even in the beginning, even when you don't really know each other that much. And I know this is a terrible comparison, but it reminds me of The 40-Year-Old Virgin a little bit, because that's a crass comedic movie, but there's a love story going on underneath everything. The dude collects all sorts of figurines. His buddies on him the entire movie because they think he's a dork who's unscrewable and unlovable because he's a nerd and lived his life the way he wanted. She didn't really think of that though. Well, at least not in the end when all the truth was finally told. Just be yourself. Always be you, man. That's the important part. My sister, girlfriend, and girl bestie trying to help me in any situation that requires thought. I need all the help when I'm trying to think, all right? Imagine waking up for an 8 a.m. class and this is what you walk in and see. So he got up extra early to make a holiday class a little fun. Wow. Be nice and respectful. Yeah, respect what he's doing. The man actually gives a shit about his job. An 8 a.m. class. That man was up at least no later than 6 in the morning. Maybe even earlier, depending on how long he has to travel to get to work. Just to make you guys giggle or make you feel a little bit more special. And not just you, but anybody else that was going to have his class that day. What do you think he's going to do? Wash it off? No, come on. The dude committed. Hardcore. Don't be a grumpy Gus. So, what do you plan on doing when you retire? Me? Man devotes his life to adopting old dogs who can't find forever homes. Looks like they've found forever homes at this point. Adult me having a bad day. Kind woman in the grocery store calling me honey. You know, it may seem weird. It's not something that they're gonna think about, but it can really affect people, honestly. One time, about 5 years into our relationship, my girlfriend, now wife, and I were in separate rooms in our one-bedroom apartment in early December. From the other room, she hollered to me, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'd been working full-time, taking part-time university classes to finish my degree, and had been volunteering as part of a youth mentor program, so I said, all I really want is a break. 3 weeks later, I'm unwrapping a very heavy shoebox. After getting through the mountain of duct tape and several layers of paper, I had my very own brick. I really didn't understand what you wanted it for, she said, but you sounded so sure of it, so here you go. Cue about 10 minutes of laughs, and now that brick sits proudly on my desk. Every time I'm overwhelmed or feeling like I've taken on too much, I look at it, pick it up, have a little laugh, and put it back on so I can carry on. The best gift ever. You know, that's not where I thought the story was going, but that's probably the most adorable conclusion that it could have had. Bro, my sis, 6, is so cute. She literally asked me if I needed any help with my homework, so I said, yeah, and scribbled down things like 3 + 7 =, and she deadass drew some apples and shit and helped me. Yo, I love her so much. I don't want her to grow up. Well, yeah, you do, because then you're gonna get to be proud and see her really grow into her own. Live every day like your 2001 Nicole Kidman leaving her lawyer's office after divorcing Tom Cruise. Oh, damn, Tom. Ohio couple with same birthday give birth to twins on their birthday. The whole family has the same birthday. That is going to be the craziest day of celebration or the most nothing day of celebration? I guess it's really going to depend on everybody's mood day of, right? Babysitting a 4-year-old has me convinced that what video games need is a little buddy mode, where a kid can have a character that just jogs along with you and can help/get their own encouraging score, but cannot be harmed. I feel like there are games that have done an approach kind of like that. I remember Super Mario Galaxy, and I think 2, both had a 2-player mode, except all the other player did was move a cursor around the screen to collect bits for you, so they're still actively helping you, but there's no chance they can be in any of the danger themselves. Media. Video games make people violent. Meanwhile, video games. A friend and I were playing Minecraft. After hours of searching, we finally found diamonds. I'll never forget the noise she made. Later on, she had to leave because of some birthday or something, so I left the world as well, because she wants to be there every second of the way. A drunk driver took her from this world. I found out through her little brother, who I still play with. Every world I go into, the first thing I do is find a diamond. No house, no farm, no fishing, diamond. And I make an anvil. Name the diamond after her. That way, in my mind, it means she's still there. It means she's still there every second of the way. Be me, neat loser, hate myself, not good at anything. It's Pizza Friday. My mom makes the pizza dough and I make the rest of it. Mom usually doesn't have pizza. Eat my pizza upstairs in my room, tasty.png. Go downstairs for more. My mom calls me into her room. Hey, Anon, I ate some of your pizza. I hope you don't mind. Whatever. .avi. You make really good pizzas, Anon. They're the best I've ever tasted. Mom makes my bro try some of the pizza. He loves it as well. My face when I'm actually okay at something. Love you, Mom. That's got to be your future. Open up a pizza shop right now. You're gonna get your cutie mark, pal. I had to babysit my daughter's kitten, and she requested proof that he was okay, so I sent her this. Is that a... What animal's that in the... Oh, it's a dog. Genuinely, the image was zoomed out. I had no idea what was going on back there. I don't know why. Fun fact, in middle school, a friend of mine would always bring in one of these to class. One day, a girl did the same and challenged him to a duel and lost pretty badly. Turns out she liked him a lot and decided to learn the game, so she had a reason to approach him. They're still together 12 years later. Why does it say Amazon on it? Sorry, that's not the point. The point is, that's pretty sick. Ladies, come on. You can speak up too, please. We love you, Hayden. We really do. I can remember, even as I started to get a little older and I started to see the cracks and seams sort of fall apart with the movies for the most part. I mean, I still love them, don't get me wrong. I remember never once having an issue with him at all, or the kid that played his younger self. Don't know why everybody in the Star Wars fandom, or in a lot of fandoms at large, they're really nasty and rude and unwelcoming and impossible to please in every way, shape, or form. I think my favorite quote ever about Star Wars is, "No one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans." Look, I get there's some quality control out there for sure. That final movie, man? Was it Rise of Skywalker? Not good. Kick-ass imagery, though. Really, really cool. Not the point. The point is, I would never have blamed Hayden for any of that crap at all. That was just George being George and the writing being, well, George overseeing the writing, as far as I remember. And it sucks. Sleeping next to someone you love helps you to fall asleep faster, reduces depression, and helps you live longer. Me? Well... I can understand the sentiment, but even when I sleep next to someone I love, she pushes me off the goddamn bed and steals my blanket. A small joy in my life is that my sis is dating a guy with the same name as her cat, and human Nigel hates that we call him Human Nigel. Oh, I'm sorry, he came after the fact. I love this so much. Oh my god, they're both absolutely freaking killing it, man. My freshman year roommate sat me down day one and was like, heads up. I'll be bringing lots of girls and maybe even some guys to the dorm this year, so if that scares you, grow up, because this ain't high school. Anyway, he brought one girl back the whole year, and now they're married. He fell into the trap! No! People who've been in a coma, what was your perception of time while in it? I was in a coma for a week after surgery. To me, it was instant. The odd part, my mom talked to me while I was in there, and I remember the things she said. She talked about raising me, the funny things I did, etc. When she passed away in 2007, she fell asleep first. We knew she wouldn't wake up again, so I talked to her about how amazing she was as a mom. I talked for hours until she took her last breath. I hope she heard me. I wasn't always a good son. Well, think about this, friend, if it makes you feel any better, even though I know you're not here with us right now. Just remember, none of us were always great kids to our parents. That is something we can all admit and all share. At one time or another, we're all dickheads or smartasses or just plain rude because of our hormonal states or because we're in a bad mood most of the time. Don't worry, they get it, because it was the same thing for them. There's no such thing as being perfect, and good is subjective as hell, for sure. I'm sure you were more than fine the entire way through, and she didn't have any regrets about her life. Sorry, I don't mean to cry like this. It's okay, bro, just let it all out. I'm here for you, man. Staying at an Airbnb, and I woke up to their kitten this morning licking my face. Instant 5-star review. How about this? I'll give you $20 million if you let me take the cat home. I chose to spend my 21st birthday with my dad at work, which happened to be a little over a year after he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I didn't think he'd be around to see my 21st, but I'm so blessed that he was, and that he still continues to kick cancer's ass. Oh yeah, we can torture the shit out of cancer, dude. My son is bi? I don't ask why. My mother's straight, but she don't hate. My uncle and grandma on their way to a pride parade in the 80s. It's just nice to see. Oh god, it was zoomed out again. Hold on, let's get in there. Okie dokie. Yellow was ejected. Aw, they land in the trash and have to be adopted by anime girls? Man, well, actually, this guy's life seemed pretty okay. I don't mind that he was ejected. I don't feel so bad anymore. Last year, my son said he wanted to take ballet, but that boys can't do ballet. Thus began several months of conversation to give him the confidence to take his first class. Tonight, he goes on stage with a major ballet company to perform in the Nutcracker, and I'm proud as hell. I remembered hearing growing up a lot that there are a lot of big athletes that will do ballet or learn dance in general because it's a smart thing to do. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking ballet just because it is mostly women. Like, mostly, right? Doesn't mean you can't do it. Then the flip side goes for you gals. Although are there any dude-specific dances, you know? Look, man, I took all sorts of dancing in high school. We did have a whole segment on dance. I don't remember any of it. This is Jean-Baptiste Kempf, creator of VLC Media Player. He refused tens of millions of dollars in order to keep VLC ad-free. Thanks, Jean. Feel like he would be owed a little bit more than simply tens of millions at this point in time. Isn't VLC just the universal video player? That's the shtick, right? Teenage girl anxiously coming out to her parents, her supportive dad, you know? I'm something of a lesbian myself. Oh, Dad, shut up. My wife of 16 years, mother of my 3 kids and love of my life, sprinted from the living room to laundry room in a sports bra early this morning to grab a shirt. She paused for a moment to smile at me, and 8 hours later, I still have chills thinking about how gorgeous she is. Whew, damn, you really gave him the vapors. What's something that makes you smile every time? My cat thinks he's the best at hiding. He's nearly blind, so he doesn't know that his cover is usually a lot smaller than him. I'll stare straight into his eyes and ask where he went, saying that he's the best hider. After a minute or two, he'll jump out of his hiding spot and run over to me, and I'll say, "There he is," then pet his head. He looks so proud of himself every time. I'm not crying, you're crying. My sister came home from school one day and asked me to take her to the library so she could get some books on sign language. She said there was a new kid at school who was deaf and she wanted to be friends with him. Today I stood beside her at their wedding watching her sign I do. I do hope that the stories that are like this are completely true. Toddlers are so pure. She doesn't understand that we help her with certain things because she's little. She thinks that everyone just helps each other like that. So she tries to blow on my food and cut it up for me and tries to help me put on my shoes. The cutest thing is when you encounter a toddler in the wild and they try to help you. So you have to kneel there and nod very seriously while they lecture you about traffic or holding hands or whatever. The other day, a little girl stopped dancing to make sure I knew how to correctly press the elevator button at my apartment complex. It lights up. See, she said. I agreed that it did light up and thanked her sincerely for letting me know. It made my whole day. I think I mentioned it before, but I am working part-time at Spirit for the season because I'm a Halloween freak, and for a special thing on my channel that you guys will be able to see by the end of the month. And this happens more often than you'd think. A lot of people ask me where to find things because I'm working the floor and stocking costumes, doing all that fun stuff, but there have been quite a few kids that need help finding things, and boy oh boy, they'll talk your ear off after you show them what they need to see. In 2005, Harry Kane had the chance to take a picture with David Beckham, together with a female teammate. 13 years later, Kane is the captain of the English national team, and the young girl is now his wife. Kinda cool to think that someone somewhere is having the best day of their life today. Someone's hearing I love you for the first time. Someone's gonna get the job of their dreams. Someone received some kind of good news today. Tomorrow, it could be your best day, so keep going. Dude at a gas station in Iowa. Anyone ever tell you that you look like a young Tony Hawk? He's my new favorite person, especially considering Tony Hawk's only 95 years old. I'm kidding. Tony Hawk is plenty spry. Okay? Look at the guy. Dude, what are you doing? You can't give your son a baby doll. That's a girl toy. Huh? Why? When he grows up, he might be what? A dad? No, a little fruity loser. You don't want that, do you? I'm really crying right now, dude. I thought I was calling my mom, but I had the wrong number and, well, anyway, this is the lady you thought was your mom. I just want to let you know your wrong number was a great Christmas gift for me. I lost my only daughter around the holidays, so hearing you say, "Hey, Mom," made me feel so good. And you have a very Merry Christmas.